Welcome! The education team here at the Vermont Institute of Natural Science is excited to share some tips with you to help you feel more confident and comfortable taking your kids outside. Whether it's a city park, a nature trail, tiny backyard, or a wide expansive field, we hope you take your kids outside to discover, learn, explore, and have fun.
One thing when you're learning outside is to remember to have a goal and a plan in mind. All right, so here are some tools that you can use while you're learning outside. Remember to keep it simple, but here's a few things that might help you. A clipboard, a pencil, paper, or a little notebook. I like notebooks, so all my notes are together. You might want a phone or a camera, and that way you can have iNaturalist or any other kind of free app on your phone to take information, data collection, some water in case you get thirsty, some string. You never know what you need string for. Colored pencils so you can draw and make pretty notes about what you're noticing in nature. A sit pad, like a piece of foam. This I got in the mail for free when I ordered something. If you have them, some kind of guide, but like I said, you could use a phone with iNaturalist or something like that too. So if you have these are great. Other fun things, but not necessary, are thermometers, collection containers for insects or anything else that's really cool that you can check out later, a magnifying glass, and even a tape measure, because you never know what you're going to need to measure. And all that fits in my backpack. So some of these things you might already have at home, and again, keep it simple. You don't have to have everything as you pack your backpack to learn outside. All right.
Another great activity while exploring nature is finding critters. They might be under logs, under rocks, or in the muck of a pond, pretty much anywhere. When finding those animals, it's best to be respectful. If you turn over a rock or log, put it back in place. You wouldn't want someone turning your house upside down and leaving it that way. For me, with my kids, when we find animals, after we're done examining them, we say the release poem. This is a poem that's found in Vin's publication, Hands on Nature, and it goes a little bit like this. Fly away, crawl away, swim away, hop. You are free to go, I will not stop. You from living your life, you deserve to be free. Thank you for spending your time with me.
Another great resource for families and students learning outside this fall is the citizen science program iNaturalist. This free app, accessible on your phone or on a web browser, allows you to take photographs of things in the world around you and upload them to a scientific database. Run by the California Academy of Sciences, this database of observations encompasses plants and animals taken photos from all around the world. Let's make an observation right now of this tree. When you open the iNaturalist app, the first thing you're going to do is open the camera and take a photo of your plant. That's a nice photo of that leaf. Now we're going to make sure that the date and the time are input correctly, that you made the observation, as well as the location. Where were you when you saw this cool thing? Finally, we want to identify the species, and it's okay if you don't know what you're looking at, because iNaturalist usually has a good guess based on its algorithm. It will then upload your observation to the larger database. Congratulations! You've just made your first observation. iNaturalist is one of many citizen science projects that you could participate in. Visit the VIN's website to learn more about some of these projects.
All right, so we already talked about iNaturalist and how great of a tool that is, where all you need to do is take a picture of something and you can use that as an observation. But for some of our projects, we actually need to go hands-on with a bug, a dragonfly, a monarch butterfly, things like that. And so we'll talk about how to safely handle those in your projects. So for projects like Monarch Watch and Monarch Health, we actually have to have these butterflies in our hand, and you can safely do that once you've netted the butterfly and you carefully take them out of your net. You can handle them just like this. So if you have their wings pinched behind their back between two fingers, they can't move around, they can't flail their wings, they're not going to get injured. We do have to be careful because their wings are fragile, but if you have the right position, you can handle these butterflies without doing any harm to them. For Monarch Watch, we put the sticker right on their wing, and that sticker doesn't affect their flight, and it actually doesn't harm them in any way. And if they do make it down to Mexico and they find the butterfly, they find the sticker, they know exactly where this butterfly came from. So safe handling is really important for any animals you work with, especially butterflies, dragonflies, things like that. If we're respectful, these projects go a long way to help gather data about monarch populations and migration patterns and things that are really important for scientists. Remember, when handling wildlife, always be respectful, always be gentle, and when you go to release them, you can say your own release poem.
We hope that you will use these tips to help you take your kids outside and make the outdoors part of your classroom. Vince is here to help you with science and nature-based learning. Stay tuned for new and exciting ways to bring the outdoors into your curriculum this year.